Got to Prague. I checked into my Airbnb. I'm so excited. I've been traveling for I don't even know how long. I usually can't sleep well on planes. I think I got about an hour and a half of sleep on my flight over here, which was a red eye, which honestly is pretty damn good. I downed a latte when I landed at like 10 a.m. in Copenhagen, and now I'm here and I'm so excited. It's already getting dark because it's 4 p.m. and the sun sets at 4 at this time of year. But I made a critical error, which is I did not ask TSA to hand check my film and my film camera when I was going through TSA, which means I likely ruined all of the film that I brought with me, which is just such a beginner's mistake, and I realized it on the plane. So I gotta go buy some film now. And there are a couple stores in the city that have analog cameras and film that I'm going to try and see if I can get some Kodak Gold 35mm from them. So I mean, they're gonna do that tonight or tomorrow. Trying to decide how much energy I actually have because it is 4, so I need to stay up a little bit later and I need to eat dinner a little bit later, but I'm also very hungry. So I think I'm going to do a tiny bit of exploring, maybe pick up some film, and then go eat at a nice restaurant and then pass out because I have not slept since yesterday, except for that hour and a half, which is pretty dang good. But I'm gonna change because this is my flying t-shirt. This is not made for the like 2 degrees Celsius that we're going on through right now. But I have my knit scarf. Look at this. I was trying to knit another one for this trip, but I wasn't able to finish it in time. But that's fine because I'll be back in Europe for the Christmas holidays. But here we are. Look how cute. So I'm going to put on my actual sweater, get ready, my phone is charging right now, and I'm gonna go explore Prague. I'm so excited. I marked so many food places that looked really good that I was just not able to decide, but I finally landed on a place that is a little bit further away, but I can just take the metro or a bus there, so pretty easy. The transit system here is very easy to figure out. I love it. So anyways, let's go. A significant light, just where it was needed, gleamed in black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. The morning of day 2 yesterday was great. It was everything I wanted and needed. So basically, I went out, I went on like a 30-minute walk through the city. I found some new film because I may or may not have accidentally destroyed mine going through TSA because I did not have them hand check it, which was, I just completely forgot. So it might be okay because my ISO is only 200. But also I know that the TSA scanning machines are really powerful. So I just didn't want to chance it with my Prague film. So I got some new film. It's very pricey, but it's fine because I have it now. So yeah, so I got that, walked through the city, and then went to my dinner, which was right by one of the cathedrals, which also was having a Christmas market, which was lovely. So I went to my dinner and then went and checked out the Christmas market, and then went back and I watched The Day Trippers, which was really good. It's on my Criterion 2025 challenge, which I have not made a lot of progress with this year, to be honest. It's actually quite embarrassing, but I want to make a lot more progress before the year ends. So I watched The Day Trippers and it was so lovely. It's about a family on Thanksgiving who decides to go completely rogue and goes on a little metropolis city adventure to find out if the husband of one of the daughters is cheating on her. And it's like an hour and a half fun little adventure. There's a lot of fun, quirky characters, and it's just a good little family road trip through the city. It's a good time, so highly recommend. Now I'm going to go to a coffee shop. I found one that's really cute that I'm going to go write at and read at for a little while, have some breakfast, and then I'm going to check out some of the bridges around here. I'm gonna look at the astronomical clock and maybe do some shopping, because the jeans that I brought is not just a size too small, a size that I have not been for years. It's a bad pair of jeans, so those jeans are no more. So I might try to find another pair of jeans, and I might try to find some boots, because my boots are falling apart. But I also don't want to get rid of my current boots. I want to bring them to a cobbler back in DC. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it goes. So that's the plan for today. I'm so excited. So let's go.
Nobody's losing. Faces merchant change, but your face remains the same. The swallows will be here by dawn. When we're finally sober, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how it felt. A significant life, just what it was needed, clean in the blackest night, cloistered in injustice.
All right, it is full day 2, kind of day 3. Either way, yesterday I went and walked around Old Town after I had breakfast and had a little writing session. But I walked around Old Town. I went and saw the astronomical clock, which was very full of tourists because I happened to go there right when the clock changed, when it was like the new hour. So the hands spun around a little bit and everyone was all geared up for that. And then I walked across the Charles Bridge, which is one of, I think, the 12 bridges of Prague, but this one is the most well-known and famous because it has all of these statues and it's beautiful architecture, and it's one of the older ones. So very beautiful, very full of tourists. Very much looking forward to having a day with less busy touristy sections. So I say that, but I also want to go check out the Franz Kafka rotating head. That is a piece, that is an artwork on display either in the Jewish Quarter or in Old Town. I cannot remember which one. I also want to check out the castle and the beautiful library, the Centrinium. I think it's the Centrinium. So we'll see. That plus a lot less crowded sections of town, hopefully. But either way, going to breakfast first, gonna have another writing session, going to read, going to relax, and then going to have a bit of a chill day, plus visiting those sections. I might save something for tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling, but let's go.
And in the eyes of time, nobody's losing. The sparrows will be here by dawn. When we find this over, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how
let's give a little recap of yesterday. So yesterday I went to a really nice place for breakfast. I thought it was more of a coffee shop vibe that had also full entrees. No, it was a really nice breakfast place. And my original plan was to write at the cafe. Yeah, this was not the type of establishment where you could whip out a laptop, so did not do that. I instead made some writing notes in my notebook, which was still good, but very proud moment. So I asked for a table for one in Czech, and then when they seated me, they gave me a Czech menu, not the English menu. So I feel like I've really accomplished something. I feel very proud of myself. And then I proceeded to order a latte with oat milk with ease, and then I stumbled over ordering the French toast. So they knew. They probably knew from the beginning, but let me just live in my dreams. And yeah. Anyways, after that, I still wanted to write, so I found a separate coffee shop and got tea there because I cannot have 2 coffees in a row. I would be vibrating with caffeine. So I got a fresh mint tea there, and I did some writing, and it was lovely. Then I went to go see the Franz Kafka rotating head, which very cool piece of art. It was funny how there was like 30 tourists just standing waiting for it to move. I also got a hot cider there and a kielbasa, so that was great. Then I walked to 2 different bookstores. One of them was called Bargain Books. The books were all full price. I had assumed that they were either used books or they were like wholesale discounted. I don't know. But you know, when you name a store Bargain Books, you just assume they won't be full price. They were a lovely bookstore, great bookstore, recommend. Just know that there is no bargain. I also checked out, it was called like Old Globe Shakespeare, something like that. Also neat bookstore. And then I walked to, oh, what's it called? It's like the funky house. I'll put a picture of it here. But it's a funky little interesting architecture house. And I checked that out. I walked across a bridge, looked at some houses, and then headed back, honestly. That was already like a full day of exploring. And then I went home to my Airbnb, hung out, watched the rest of Stranger Things. I have watched all of the part 1 of Stranger Things while I've been here. It's been good. Then I got some takeout because I was honestly so tired and did not feel like going out. And then ate my takeout while watching Frances Ha, which has been on my Criterion Challenge for 2025. If you don't know what the Criterion Challenge is, it's amazing. It's a challenge created by Criterion. If you don't know Criterion, you've probably seen my Criterion Closet Picks, which is a whole series on YouTube where people from the film industry pick their top 4 or 5 favorite films from the Criterion Closet. And Criterion itself selects films throughout the past years up until today to make special Criterion Collection editions of them. So it's a huge honor to be selected as a Criterion film and to get that special release, and it's a dream to have all the Criterion films that I love because they come with just so many fun extras. And to have that 4K Blu-ray disc, I mean, oh, wow, imagine. Anyways, so they created the Criterion Challenge, which basically is 52 prompts, 1 per week of the year, where each of the prompts you have to select a film from Criterion, and you can watch them in any format, DVD, in theaters, on streaming, on any streaming platform, it doesn't matter. But it's basically a challenge in order to broaden your film horizons and to get to a lot of more niche films or older films or just films you haven't gotten to yet. So anyways, my letterbox is linked down below if you want to check out my challenge. As of today, I've only watched 4. Yeah, not my proudest moment. It's just the year got away from me. I only found out about it in May, so I started late, and then here we are. So I'm trying to watch more of my Criterion films. Either way, the prompts are amazing. Some are just like films from 1940s, 30s, or directed by an Asian woman, or films from Australia, or specific films from a certain film person's Criterion Closet picks. There's a lot of different prompts, and they're all just incredible. And it's great because there's a lot of different films that fit each prompt, so you can pick whatever interests you most. So either way, I watched Frances Ha last night. Incredible film, 2012 mumblecore in black and white, about a young woman who's 27 who is a bit of a mess, and she's trying to figure out her life. And it's about her and her best friends and the different living situations she's going through and the different jobs that she has to try to make ends meet in New York. It's just a great film. I loved it. So I did that, and now we're on to today. So the main things for today is, first of all, I have been knitting this since I've been here. Let's give you a nice little close-up. There we go, look at that. This is a 2-color tweed stitch. Since I got here, I've really been missing knitting that I haven't done in like 4 days. Because I was working on this really incredible scarf when I was home, and I wanted to finish the scarf for this trip, but I just ran out of time. And it's fine because I have this scarf. I have another scarf. And anyways, the scarf that I'm working on, look at this. I love this one. This was the first scarf I ever actually finished because, I mean, I learned how to knit a long time ago, but that doesn't mean I ever finished a project. And that was the first one I finished a couple weeks ago, and then I got so jazzed about it, I made this one too. You can tell there's a bit of a color theme going on because most of what I wear is brown, gray, blue, green. So those are the scarves I knit. Anyways, I wanted to work on some knitting, so I found a yarn store, and I didn't have a 3mm hook yet, so I decided why not get a 3mm hook from Prague and then also work on 2-color yarn work. So I learned this new stitch. It's called the tweed stitch, and it uses 2 colors. And it's very beautiful. And I decided to move away from my green, blue, gray, brown situation and try something new. So I wanted to make this autumnal one. And I think I'm going to actually get 2 more balls of yarn so that I can switch from red to orange, or like more like a yellowish orange, ideally mustard, and then to green so that it looks like fall, autumn leaves. That's the dream. I also wanted to stitch a leaf pattern in there, but I don't think that works well with the kind of stitch and 2 colors that I'm working on here. I think it would interrupt the tweed pattern. I mean, it would interrupt the tweed pattern, and I think with just the way I have the 2 yarns working in it right now, I think it would mess it up. Anyways, so I'm gonna get 2 more balls of yarn, and then I'm gonna check out Prague Castle. Before all that, I'm gonna go to a coffee shop and get some food and write for a bit. But Prague Castle is the main itinerary of today. I'm gonna check that out, and then later tonight I want to watch another film, and then maybe I'll start editing videos because I have 6 videos I've filmed that need to be edited, and I just have not had the time. So I brought my hard drive with me on this trip so that I could edit them, and I have not done it yet, but I know I'm gonna do it on the way back. So I will do it on my plane ride back because I have a whole 13-hour journey maybe to get back, just because it's 2 flights and a layover. Like, it's fine. So I might do some editing while I'm on the plane. I will do some editing while I'm on the plane. We just don't know if I'll do some before then. Yeah. Anyways,